Hey guys, it's your girl Naturally oh my god. Hey guys, it's your girl Naturally Star here. In today's story time, I'll be talking about the time this boy peed in my book bag. So I was in about 5th grade and there was this boy, we're gonna call him Tyrone. Tyrone was the most annoying boy in the class. Like legit, nobody liked him. Everyone hated him. Even our teacher, Mr. Jackson. Like Mr. Jackson legit hated this boy. Tyrone and I were always fighting, always arguing in the class. Like, he would harass me. And I think it's because he liked me, but back then I was legit the OD tomboy. Like, I was not checking for little Tyrone. So one day after recess, I got sent to the principal's office. I think because I slapped this little girl in the bathroom. So I'm coming back from the principal's office, and I come back to class, and I think they were doing, was it math or was it language arts? I don't remember. But we were doing something in class, and Mr. Jackson told everybody to go get their notebooks from their bags and to pull out the homework that was from yesterday. So I go to my book bag, and my bag is soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
I didn't think anything of it because I always have like bottles of water in my bag. I'm like, okay, maybe the bottle of water got kind of loose and it spilled into my book bag. Didn't think of it. So I took out my notebook. When I tell you my notebook was soggy, it was
Soggy.
So I'm like, okay. And by now I'm panicking because in 5th grade I got my first cell phone. That's back when Singular was popping.
Singular was popping.
So I was hyped, but I was hyped that I had a phone. But I was low-key scared because I'm like, oh my gosh, if my phone has water damage, my mom's not gonna give me a new phone. So after I take my soggy notebook out of my bag, I go back and I put it on the table. I go back and everybody was like,
Star, why is your stuff in your book bag wet?
and I'm like, I legit don't know. So next I go and I take out the bottle of water. Nothing from the water spill. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of sus. Something told me to sniff my bag. When I picked up the bag, when I picked up my bag and I sniffed in it, all I hear is so I look around. When I look around, the laughing just stopped. So I sniffed the bag and I'm like,
Oh hell no!
so I just dropped the bag and I'm like,
Oh hell no! This is not water! Mr. Jackson, like, this boy really peed in my book bag.
and then Tyrone just starts laughing in the class. When I tell you I flung across, I flung across the class and I yoked Tyrone by his shirt. Thug Star yoked him up by his shirt. And I'm like,
what did you do to my book bag? What did you do?
and he's laughing. So I'm like, Tyrone, I'm not paying you. So I started duffing him, started walling on him. And Mr. Jackson was like,
Stop!
and I'm
Like, no! He peed in my book bag! Hold on, buy back this bag!
the reason why I was so mad is because my aunts are legit world travelers. Like, they're always traveling, and I always tell them to bring me back something dope from a country. And that book bag was from China. I don't know how the book bag looked, but all I remember is that the book bag was from China. And I asked my aunt, I was like, yo, just get me back something cool from China when you go. And she was like, I got you. So I had this dope book bag, thought I was starting up the school year fresh. I thought it was going to be cool. And little Tyrone thought it was cute to pee in my book bag. So I'm wilding on him, I'm washing him. So Mr. Jackson sends me to the office. I go to the office. I don't even care about getting suspended by now because the boy, oh wait, he didn't just pee on my book bag, he peed on my coat. It was like November. New York in November is basically winter time. Plus I was in 5th grade, so I was like 10 years old. So of course it was brick, and it was brick. So I go to the office and the principal comes and she calls me to the office. She calls me into her office. So I go in the office, she goes, so what happened? I was like, so we went to recess, Tyrone and I got into a little scuffle on the playground, and I knocked him around a couple times because he kept on bothering me and I was not with the bothering stuff. So she goes, okay, well, you're basically in trouble. And I'm like, I'm in trouble for what? He pissed in my book bag. Why am I in trouble? Why am I getting punished? I was like, I don't even have a coat to go home in. I have no coat. Like, Tyrone legit pissed in my book bag and he pissed on my coat. So I'm like, yo, how am I going home in this November brisk weather? Like, brisk bird. Like, it's brick outside. But when my mom came to pick me up, she goes, let's go. I was like, no, we have to go to the office. But Chapman had called my family, my house already. She called my father. My principal was famous for calling my father. Called my father and told him that he needs to come to school for a meeting. Didn't call my mom. So my mom comes to pick me up from school. It's news to her. Mind you, my dad's already at the school. So we go into the office. My mom knows nothing about what happened. So we're sitting down and we're recalling the events of what happened today. Well, that day. And I tell my mom in front of Tyrone's mom and dad what happened. His mom goes,
I ain't buying back shit.
Excuse me? What you mean you're not buying back my winter jacket? What you mean you're not flying back to China to go to the markets and to buy me back my book bag? What do you mean you're not buying back my things?
So I legit said that to the mom because I was tight. Like, I really had no book bag. I had no coat. Like, my cell phone got water damaged by this boy's piss. Like, seriously? Like, he really violated me. His mom was like, yeah, we not buying nothing back. So the principal was like,
But we have to figure out a common ground and how we're gonna rectify and solve the situation, okay?
and I'm like, he just need to buy back my stuff. Mom was like, no, stop. Then Tyrone's mom said something crazy, and my mother legit flew across the table and snatched up Tyrone's mom. Was like,
You better buy back my daughter's stuff. Better buy her stuff back.
and then she was like, the mom was like,
No, it's just like little playthings. Like, these little kids aren't serious.
mom was like,
What you mean it's not serious? He peed on her book bag and he peed on her coat, so he gotta buy it back.
so I'm just sitting here plotting because I know come tomorrow morning I was going to tear that up on the playground.
Tear that up.
Either in the class or the playground. Like, I didn't even care anymore. Like, you really messed with me. You took it too far. Like, you took it to a whole nother level. Fighting is one. Pulling pranks on each other is one. But you legit pissed in my book bag. You pissed on my coat. So, after the meeting, my little sister, my mom, my dad, we all get ready to leave the school. So, they're walking out the door and I'm standing here like, where y'all going? I don't have a coat. So, my father had to take off his big old jacket and put it on little old me, and I'm like, son, like, I'm really tight now. We really have to go out and buy coats. I was hyped because I'm about to get a brand new coat, honey. So I had to go home with that. I come to school the next day plotting for Tyrone. Tyrone didn't show up, so I'm like, okay, he probably not coming to school today because he's scared. So we went for the next day. Tyrone never came back to the school. Like, Tyrone was out. Star never got back her book bag. Star never got back her coat. Tyrone was out. Like, he legit pissed on my book bag and my coat because I didn't want to play with him on the playground. Like, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad that you had to pee on my stuff? Tyrone, if you watching this, homie, like, all I wanted was an apology. Like, we could have squashed. I mean, I would have still effed you up, but we could have squashed this. Like, that was really grimy. Like, you really did not have to pee in my book bag and pee on my jacket. That was so unnecessary. I was stressed. My homework for the rest of the week gone because the boy done pissed up in my book bag. Oh my god, this is a real life story, and I never got anything back. Didn't get nothing back. He peed on my stuff because I didn't want to play with him at recess. Wow. Like, that's really sad. That's really sad. You really wanted me to be your friend that bad, but I wasn't even checking for old boy, man. Wasn't even checking for him. If you guys enjoyed this story, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment box below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media outlets. I'll leave them down below here, or they might be in my description box. I haven't decided yet. But yeah,